test. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so our objective in this lesson is to learn how to source many different people across one project. And we want to be able to work with a guru, and when we're with that guru, take 10 different assignments from the guru and then spread them out, and not even need to delegate to each person individually, but simply have a medium that does that delegation for us. So this is that medium. This is OneNote, and there's a drop down up here. You can see how OneNote works. I like to work in full screen mode, that's why we see this here. And I made this for CoCreate avatars for Grandmother Karina and the CoCreate Avatars International. And we have the vision board. Inside the vision board we have a few projects already. Then we also have the hard magic area. Now hard magic is for our team, and I like to use the vision only for CoCreate avatars. So go into the vision section and go into my dream. And initially when you work on a project, fill out what the purpose of that project is. So CoCreate Avatars International, most of the times we already have that vision put together. So we're going to go over on the internet. And just see what we find. Vision and mission. Beautiful, here we go. So it's an international network and portal for universal transformation. So I'm going to copy all of this. I want to go back into OneNote, and where it says to put in a short summary, I'm simply going to replace that with all of this. Now anybody that comes in here and sees my dream, I'm actually going to change it from my dream to CoCreate with us, because I want that to be a call to action so others feel invited to work with us. Now down here at the bottom, we're going to come back to this, but we essentially want put call to action here. We want something that the students can do that they feel like they're empowered to actually work with us. I'm just going to center that, make it bold, make it a little bit bigger, so it feels like it has a little bit more oomph to it. That should have the most oomph on the entire page. Okay, so we have a call to action coming up with this. Still doesn't feel good. I'm going to center it. And notice how much time, a lot of people like me to hurry up with what I do, but I spend a lot of time on stuff that they don't think is important. Yeah, I have people that follow me in what I do, so therefore it must be important. What our eyes see is really important. Okay, that's feeling better to me. You can see how this is important. This is a secondary but smaller importance, but then our eyes are drawn back to here. And that's important. Okay, moving on past that, we're going to go over to the social impact section. When we look at that, we want to fill this in with what our Facebook profile is, the business page, Twitter page, and make sure that we have all of these filled out and how many followers we have in each. The followers are important to show how much social impact we have in the world. The more followers you have are equivalent to how many employees or how many people are in your tribe. So initially we're going to fill this out, and to give you an example, I'm going to go find the Facebook page. And if this doesn't exist, then I'm going to make it. So when I click on this, there we go, pages / CoCreate avatars. So I'll take that whole link up there and I'll paste it in here. Mind closing the door? Perfect. I'm just making sure that I get my links right. And then I'm going to put in how many followers we have for that. And right now we have 1 following. So we just started all of this, so you're not going to see very many. I think we have about 50 on here. I have 1 on there. But it's nice to have this as leverage to show how well you're doing in having social impact. And then we want to move on to a mood board. Inside that mood board, we want to let other people have the best idea possible of who we are. And Instagram is pretty much a mood board, so I like to go over to it. Come back to our social impact. We have our Instagram here. Okay, and you can see these photos. I'm simply going to go into these photos and put all of these into our mood board. Now, how I like to do that is hold down your Mac or Windows key, hit the letter N, and then we're going to get a screen clipping, which is with the letter S. I copied all of it, and then my current page is social impact, which I don't want to put it there. I want to put it in the mood board. So I copied a clipboard. I head back in here. I go to mood board, click down here, and paste that. So it's already getting a small vision of what this is. And when you put a mood board together, you want to show exactly what this company is. So I want to go back here and head back over to Twitter, because I saw a picture on that Twitter of a lot of students. This picture up here. Now I don't like the resolution of it, but we're on a very large monitor. So let's downsize and maybe it'll start looking good. And I'll do the same thing. And now my current page is up, so I can simply send to that selected location, and you can see it very quickly show up behind me on the right page. So on here, you can very quickly change the whole mood of a company. The size of your photos matter a lot. Which photos you choose. And as I'm seeing this, I'm starting to see a community. I'm seeing a lot of grandmother. And I'm choosing, you actually have a lot of power over what this company transforms into by the photos that you choose up here. So we're going to go back in here. And we're going to bring all of her photos up. And on photos like that, you can right click, copy it, come back in, paste it. It's not that important of a picture to me, so I'm going to make it a lot smaller. And I'm simply trying to capture the emotion of what this is. This speaks a lot to me because it just has different energy. If you look over here, it's a lot about people when they have one sacred relic. So that speaks quite a bit. And each person's going to pull something different back from here. That's why it's nice to have somebody on your team that actually understands the full vision of what this company is. Now, if you don't like how it's all lining up, simply take your photo, pull it outside of your box, and now you can pull it back in and place it wherever you like. Now we're going to be doing a lot with turtle medicine, so I don't see any pictures of turtle in here. So I'm going to just do a Google search for it, see what we come up with. I like this a lot. You also understand your time, your budget, and how big of a realm you have to work with. And a lot of people that have ideas like this, they don't even know that their vision is already out there in the world. And what I heard grandmother say was 4 legs ahead with the moons on the back. So
search William Commanda.
Oh, I like this one. So we also want to get material that's going to source for whoever the web designer is, whoever the brand identity designer is. And as you can see, I'm starting to take over the vision of this company. This company originally had this up here, had a few girls, and now you're seeing my energy come in. Now this one doesn't actually hold very much merit to it, so I'm getting him out of there, and I'm replacing him with this. And you want to do this for yourself so that then you also get motivated to have a new vision. Okay, so now I'm seeing that. Okay, so I was told to search for somebody else. William
Commanda. Yeah. He has a picture of a turtle. That would be good. Maybe it's not on here. But at the very least, this is one of grandmother's elders. Oh, there's the picture down there.
This one?
Yeah.
It doesn't speak to me the way I think these others are. I do like if this is her elder, that's a pretty good photo. With him in his element.
Would be good.
Just doesn't have the clarity of that one. I'm looking at it with the whole collage, the feeling, the colors, the mood, pretty much everything combined. Okay. As you can see, I'm just setting the tone for how this could happen. So you can obviously spend a few hours in this, and then you get the mood of the company. And then as soon as people come here and start seeing this, they're going to get the feeling and the vibe of what this company does, what this genre is, and how they can all blend with it. So you can obviously spend a lot more time on that. Next, we want to move over to the mind map. Now, as we don't have a mind map yet for how all of this plays out, this is a good place to put together the vision of what your entire company is. And I'm actually going to steal a vision from somewhere else. And it's okay to steal. As Picasso says, amateurs copy, professionals steal. How do you like that? Okay, here we go. We can barely see that. A huge mind map. It's also better to start with something as opposed to nothing. So going back into hers, into the CoCreate avatars, for the mind map, I'm going to paste this one in here. And then we're going to get rid of words that don't have the right flow of what we desire. It's nothing to do with pranashama. And it does have a lot to do with CoCreate avatars. Just by changing that one word, giving the font of that word the same vibe as the other ones. These were all handwritten in here. Beautiful. And the energy of the letters, which ones you capitalize, which ones you lowercase, they hold a lot of value to them. So honor that when you're working with a company. Still not feeling this that much. So I'm going to change the color of it just a hair. Just brighten it up. I'm sure with some more work we could even give it a better font. I'm not willing to put that time in though. So again, it's not about being right, it's about being sloppy, having quick energy, so you can at least fill your template with something that has energy to it. Then other people can come in and use this as a basis for how they're going to put this together. So we obviously have social media, we have philanthropy, we might even have an online magazine. Right now it's a newsletter. It would be much better if it was an online magazine. The center of that are the CoCreate avatars. The center is not hologram. She's simply a hologram anyway. So she's over here, and yeah, she has workshops, retreats, private lessons, and the people that she work with, here we have Loke, we have Amelia, we have Dana. There's all types of people that are affiliates, and they are CoCreate avatars as well. And hologram simply makes up one of the affiliates of the CoCreate avatars, that she's simply the best CoCreate avatar. She's co-creating in every moment, and she holds the example of how to be the best CoCreate avatar. So I like this vision, and we can always improve upon it and go from there. And then a revenue flow. We want to talk about, as a whole team, where we're having income and what our expenses are. And Tammy did a good job of this. For example, on our expenses, we're going to need a full media kit and website. And maybe that is $700 per month. Someone that wants to give time back to the company in exchange for that $700 per month, maybe hologram So maybe whoever can do this over here will see on here with the transparency that we have that, wow, private lessons with hologram is generating 800 per month. Maybe I can donate my entire website and media kit services for a pure exchange at how much he's already doing with private lessons anyway. And then maybe the other people in the CoCreate avatars go out to farmers markets and they pull in 500 per month. So you get an idea of the overall budget that you have, and then you guys can all come together and see the expenses of what a house is going to be, what a retreat center is going to be, a new ceremony that you're putting together. And this revenue flow should be transparent with everyone in that company so that you can truly co-create together. And then as you make magic with each other even further, you want to eventually give all of this vision to a professional team. And the professional team can simply be the people that have been with you for a long time. It doesn't have to be somebody outside. And they turn it into magic. They will put your mood board into a more professional way to has the exact colors that you want, the exact mood, the exact energy. As an example of that, let's look at the actual hard magic styles guide over here. So on this one, as we zoom out of this, you can just feel the mood and the presence of all of this in the first moment and looking at it. There's synergy and completion. These are even clients that the company made, but the clients have a mood to it. So how that relates to the CoCreate avatars, it wouldn't necessarily be a client, but every ceremony that you go to, they should feel that the CoCreate avatars are there based on what it smells like, what it looks like, how long it is, what kind of music's played, what type of smoke is used, where the smudging takes place, and just setting up a vision of what all that looks like. So going back to CoCreate avatars, the beautiful thing about this, as we're making it, it's already available on the cloud. So if I open up my phone and I look on my phone, I can log in to OneNote here, hit my drop down, and I open up CoCreate avatars here. And the beautiful thing about this is it already has everything that we've been writing right here. So you could be working with staff all over the world, and you no longer have to wait to get notes from someone else. If I wanted to walk away from this today, in this moment, I already could. It already has all the notes with that big put call to action here. That's on the vision. We look at the social impact. It already has the links. So that's how quickly we can share information with each other. Okay, so moving beyond that, the whole purpose of creating this is, first off, we have our vision. And on the CoCreate with us, where we have the put call to action here, now let's talk about how that all syncs together. So if we go on the internet, and we go to Facebook, okay, and looking at the CoCreate avatars here, we have a button that says sign up. Now this sign up button, when you click it, it automatically opens up this notebook that I was just working in. So there is not actually a sign up, and you can now see the CoCreate avatars community to work with. And when you go to the vision, this is the page that I just made with the call to action right there. So anyone in the world can see this notebook here as I'm making it by going on the Facebook page and clicking that sign up button. Because the whole idea of the community is you want to see everyone is available in the community. Everyone in the world can be a part of this. And adding more information here, and as we add more information, it'll inspire people to become part of that community. Now, you don't want those people to request access to the community. You simply want to have a transparent community. And whatever you're working on, everyone in the world is going to be coming, clicking on sign up. As they click sign up, it's going to take them over here. And as soon as it takes them over here, we want to have some kind of call to action that inspires them to help out in whatever your project is. So if your project is to write a new notebook, then you can write in here, if that will work with me. Here we go. Edit notebook. Help us write our book. And what I personally like to do is use this shortcut. And this is a cool trick. You put two brackets, bracket, bracket. And maybe our new book is called the CoCreating Manual. Then I end it with two brackets. Watch what happens when I put this second bracket in. Nothing, huh?
Wow.
Okay, well maybe this isn't the right place. In your actual app that you have here, you can see that it was written automatically as I wrote it online. So let's just get rid of that. Try it here though. In the actual app, when you download the real app onto your phone or onto your Mac, you put two brackets, the CoCreating Manual. Then you end it with two brackets. It automatically turns into a link. The beautiful thing about that, now when I go over to my other pages, you'll see we have another page here called the CoCreating Manual. I can click on this and it's a whole page that you can fill out with your manual. So here, that's now a link that people can click on and it takes them over to that page as well. So whenever you get assignments as a CoCreating, you want to understand how you can take that assignment. Is if you do it inside of OneNote, then you're actually sharing that with anybody in the world that wants to co-create with you. That's the whole idea of being a co-creating anyway. It's not about the project being your own. It's about sharing with everybody. And if you ever meet anybody anywhere and they want to work with you, they want to understand more about the community, tell them to go on the Facebook, tell them to sign up. And when signing up, they'll get access to this, and the first thing that they're going to see is how to co-create, and it's going to give a little introduction, and then whatever your current assignment is, it's going to say right here based upon what you put at the end of that. And it could even say afterwards who they get to work with Loke, and then you can have another assignment with Amelia. And now people can come on board and work with specific people and feel a sense of community. And also, they never have to even ask these people questions. Inside that manual, you can simply go inside that manual that you're in charge of, and you can say, hey everyone, help me gather resources on Sedona's ceremony. We are going to, and put in this manual. So keep that at the top as you fill it out, and when other people come in, they'll simply do this for you. Now, if you want confidence to know that this works, let's look at a book that I've written. Go into our Google Documents as Team Hard Magic. And we look at the Trinity method. This is a book that we wrote completely using this method. We simply put up here the Trinity method. And on the acknowledgements, we said, thank you for the people helping write this book. Then we said, if you've helped us write this book, changing the grammar, transcribing, whatever you did, then add your name above here, right up there. And then as you can see, we also have people over here that are helping comment on the book. They're doing this very moment. They did this about a week ago, just a few days ago. And as you scroll through the book, it's a beautiful 90% finished book written simply by an online community that cares to be involved and co-create with us. So that wraps up this lesson, and I hope you guys start exploring how to co-create with each other.
Wow, thank you, Matt.
Hmm.